The Yorkshire derby between Huddersfield Town and Sheffield United is off and underway. He's to the right of the ball, just to the left of it, the right-footed Zorba Thomas. He bends it in swinger, heads go up, the back diving header of Jack Robinson sends the ball behind in front of the away end, and Huddersfield Town get their first corner of the match. Thomas bends in the corner, Berger goes into a 50-50 with Hogg. The header comes back out to Thomas. He gets plenty of bend on his second cross. Jack Robinson's backward header sends it away from the penalty area. Flick on by McBurney to Billy Sharp on the corner of the penalty area. A bit more like it for Sheffield United. Baldock teasing cross, Bogle back stick. Well, it's a bit basketball styly at the moment, end to end, as Karoma tries to go round the outside of Berger, crossing in from the Huddersfield left, the far side. Ruffles, something of a shock inclusion in the starting 11. It's normally Harry Toffolo's place to lose. Well, he's lost it as Pieper takes aim, full of confidence, 40 yards out and miles wide. Now Pieper canters forward, looking for Ward. Ward's header, he rose, just got in front of John Egan. Downward header by McBurney, in the D on the edge of the box. Backpedalling Billy Sharp, works it to bring in Basham, and now the attack starts down the right-hand side. Sheffield United looking to open the scoring. Bogle, teasing ball, McBurney's header! At the near post, saved by Nichols, point-blank range, and that's the first Blades chance, and actually the best chance of the game so far. So are Sheffield United, who had a pretty slow 20 minutes against West Bromwich Albion, starting to move through the gears. Here's Billy Sharp, inside right channel of the penalty area, lifting in the cross, trying to race after it. Baldock, but right on the penalty spot. Sheffield United racking up the pass count here. Now Berger, Fleck bends one in, McBurney's header, and it bounces down and wide of Lee Nichols' goal to his left-hand side. Well, had that have gone in and it was only 3 or 4 yards away, that would have been a glorious team goal. Gibbs-White to McBurney, little layoff first time to look for Bogle, but the Huddersfield Town defence read that situation, and now the counter-attack is on. Zorba Thomas is piling forward, he's fed the ball into the feet of Danny Ward, and Ward might get it back to him. He has. He's clipped it short into O'Brien. O'Brien smuggles it through the legs of Baldock, then the shot which takes a deflection off Jack Robinson, and behind it goes for a corner. Outswinger from the near side, pinballed off the back of Basham, dug out by the defender Jack Robinson, and now John Fleck's away down the left-hand side, veering in field. He's still got the ball at his feet, delaying the ball, delaying. Now Danny Ward, the former Rotherham United player, racing forward just in front of the centre circle. The cross is bent in by Zorba Thomas. Ward might get it back, and as he sought to pull the trigger, he swiped his left foot boot through the air and didn't make contact with the ball. Go back to Jayden Bogle, and the Blades concede possession with Danny Ward, who takes a pot shot from 25 yards just to the left of centre. Onto it Ruffles, driving towards the byline, and it needed a hurried clearance behind from the leg of John Egan. Congested penalty area from the corner, and heads go up, and the ball has been scrambled over the line, and Huddersfield Town take the lead here against Sheffield United. Or do they? Well, the referee has stepped in. They look to the linesman on the near side. Well, that is a big, massive, huge let-off for Sheffield United. Hogg playing a diagonal ball out to the near side, backsliding Baldock from the left, takes out the ball. Thomas will take the corner, lifting his left arm in the way. That's the indication, but it doesn't beat the first man, which is 6'4" Sander Berger on the corner of the 6-yard box. Thomas again evades the challenge of Gibbs-White on the near side. Now Karoma infield, Ruffles hurriedly takes a shot. The dangling leg of McBurney is there to block, and it will be a corner. Zorba Thomas will take it, right-footed, in-swing into the penalty area. Egan gets a touch to it, then the loose ball drops to Ruffles, and the ball goes behind for a corner as Thomas floats in another corner. This one just a floater over the penalty spot, so throw into the Blades. Jack Robinson will take the throw in, rising over Ollie McBurney. Pearson, whose downward header goes out of play. So the first half ends. The Huddersfield Town supporters boo the match officials here, so the match restarts for this second half. Morgan Gibbs-White gets us moving. Baldock cutting in from the left-hand side, laying the ball back to Berger. Berger shifts it wide to the left again. Fleck helps it on to Robinson. Opts not to cross, gets it back to Fleck. In-swinger, Sharp as the heads go up, is beaten in the air by Tom Lees. Out to the near side it comes again, and Bogle rolling it onto Sharp, back to goal, turning, shooting, and in the end a zipping shot just wide, 8 yards out on the angle, and Sheffield United fire an early warning shot that they mean business. But now Huddersfield have it as the rain teems down here. O'Brien hurdles over one challenge, then the shot which took a big deflection. Zorba Thomas over on the far side of the pitch. Up he steps, out swinger, the heads go up, Pearson, then it's clipped off the head of Basham. Racing across to keep it in play, Robinson then punts it down the far side. Sharp picks up the ball, levers it on to John Fleck, who with a little toe poke brings in Gibbs White and continues his run, and Sharp is onside, inside left channel of the penalty area, back to McBurney, who scuffed the shot towards goal and then done a forward somersault over Nichols. Now Morgan Gibbs White is in possession on the near side, lets the ball roll past him, twists his man, takes on Danny Ward. The striker has stood his ground well. Morgan Gibbs White though wins it back, sets off, scampering forward, teasing cross, but in the end nowhere near anybody in red and white. Then a block by Fleck is intercepted here, and the Blades counter-attack from the halfway line. McBurney onto Gibbs White, centering the cross, McBurney's looping header brings the ball into Fleck. Fleck controls, brings it back to Berger, levering away from O'Brien and then shoots, and it's pushed away by keeper Lee Nichols, diving down to his left-hand side. Now Ruffles to Zorba Thomas, who plays it in behind. The chasing Pieper is there, cuts him past Baldock, still going Pieper, lifts in the cross, headed away by Berger, out to Karoma, who took his eye off the ball. He was shaping to shoot, can only play it back to O'Brien, who's 10 yards outside the penalty area, and an opportunity lost for Huddersfield to really test West Fodringham. Bogle to O'Brien, through it goes to Karoma, who does shoot, but it's a daisy cutter, level with the edge of the penalty area. Ball back out wide to Robinson from Berger, crossing position, up go the heads, McBurney's rising, and the Terriers are on the counter-attack. Dwayne Holmes is brought into play by O'Brien, who's making a searing run in behind. Spray coming up off the ball, a little stuttering run up before he pings one in at the near post. Good header up and away, beats the drag back of Bogle, scampers his way to the byline, in goes the cross and flying out from his goal mouth. Fodringham makes the save, scuttling Baldock is away down the left hand side, turning away from the attentions placed on him by Matty Pearson, still going Baldock, then the cross, hit low into the penalty area, cleared away by Hogg, out towards the Kilner bank on the far side. Jack Robinson dives through the attentions placed on him by Zorba Thomas, and the Blades retain possession. Can Sheffield United dominate for the last 17 minutes of the match? It remains 0-0 here at the John Smith Stadium. Back to Norwood again, he will cross it, gets plenty of bend on it. Sharp, as it gets caught in the wind, brings it under control, just forced back out of the penalty area. Turning now Billy Sharp onto an onrushing Baldock. Baldock just forced away from the edge of the penalty area down the left hand side by Pieper. The Blades forced back to Norwood again, who'd sidled across the middle of the pitch, in-swinging cross, looking for McBurney. Was he taken out? Did he have his head clattered by Tom Lees? As he sits with his hands on his knees, he's trying to say so, and Huddersfield bring it clear. Zorba Thomas on halfway, little layoff, gets a good give and go from Dwayne Holmes, who's going to latch onto a hopeful ball, pushed up to the edge of the box. Here's a shooting chance for Pieper, who goes down, went down, they're all screaming for a penalty. Baldock slaloms in field, thought about getting the shot into the box, but more intelligently plays it to Bogle on the near side, the right. He drops his shoulder, takes on Lewis O'Brien, stands up the cross, back stick. Pieper had to commit to the header, and it's gone behind for a corner for the five bodies as the ball is played back to Fleck. He fires in the shot, off the post, and then from 25 yards, it cannoned onto the legs of the goalkeeper, and John Fleck, so unfortunate. In-swinger left-footed, up it goes, Robinson's underneath it, under control by McBurney, off the line, they're queuing up here, goalmouth scramble, Huddersfield Town get it clear, and it's cannoned off Fleck, and actually it's done Ollie Norwood a favour as he rescues the ball. Huddersfield Town now are counter-attacking. Sinani just outside the corner of the penalty area, he's got O'Brien out wide, and O'Brien's attempt to cross is blocked by Basham. In it comes right-footed, high into the penalty area, punched up and away by West Fodringham. In swinging from that free kick then, Russell as the heads go up, parried down at the near post. Jack Robinson gets plenty of height on it, loops in towards the 6-yard box, cleared away by Pieper. Carlos Corberán is screaming everybody out. Norwood delayed an immediate swift punt back into the penalty area. He was closed down, might get the opportunity now. Basham to Norwood, Norwood scuttling forward, in goes the cross, cleared away by Lees from the corner of the 6-yard box, and that is that. Sheffield United and Huddersfield Town have battled one another to a stalemate.